Welcome to our continuing series of question and answers from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today's topic is consciousness, part 6. From Sri Aurobindo. Chest and head rising higher are sensations of the subtle body. It means that the mind and heart consciousness, thinking, mental, and emotional, are rising to meet the spiritual consciousness plane above the head. The sound is a sign of the opening of the consciousness and of the working of the inner force. Such subtle sounds are very frequently heard by those who practice yoga. When the consciousness is centered above, it can be said to be located above. That does not mean that there is no consciousness left in the lower parts. One may get influences from above, but so long as the mind is not full of the higher calm, peace, silence, one cannot be in direct contact. These influences get diminished, mentalized, vitalized, and are not the powers of the higher planes in their native character. Nor is this sufficient to get control of the hidden forces of all the planes of consciousness, which is perhaps what he means by occultism. Indirect connection with the divine is when one lives in the ordinary consciousness without being able to go up above it and receives influences from above without knowing where they come from or feeling their source. I meant that the inner consciousness, is there established, even when it is covered over. Once it is there, the descent of force, etc., becomes more continuous or at least more frequent. The difficulties of the outer nature have still to be dealt with, but that can be done more securely and effectively with this inner consciousness as the basis. There are two different things. One is the consciousness actually going out of the body, but that brings a deep sleep or trance. The other is the consciousness lifting itself out of the body and taking its stand outside it, above and spread around in wideness. That can be a condition of the yogin in the waking state. He does not feel himself to be in the body, but he feels the body to be in his wide free self. He is delivered from limitation in the body consciousness. 1. An exteriorization of the consciousness out of the body. Part of the consciousness, mental, vital, or subtle physical, or altogether, rises out of the body, leaving it in a strongly internalized condition, sleep, or trance, and can move about alone in other planes or in the room and outside on the earth plane. In such cases, the body can be seen as lying below or in the room, seen clearly as one sees a separate object with the physical eyes. A fear such as you had can come in these exteriorizations and bring the consciousness back with a rush to the body. 2. An ascension of the consciousness to a position which is no longer in the body but above it. The consciousness can thus ascend and rise higher and higher with the awareness of entering regions above the ordinary mind. Usually it does not go very far at first, but acquires the capacity to go always higher in repetitions of this experience. At the close of the experience, it returns to the body. But also, there comes a definitive rise by which the consciousness permanently takes its station above. It is no longer in the body or limited by it. It feels itself not only above it, but extended in space. The body is below its high station and enveloped in its extended consciousness. Sometimes, indeed, the extension is felt only above on the higher level, and the enveloping extension below comes only afterwards as a later experience. But the nature of it is to be definitive. It is not merely an experience but a realization, permanent change. This brings a liberation from identification with the body, which becomes only a circumstance in the largeness of the being, an instrumental part of it. Or it is felt as something very small or even non existent. Nothing seems to be felt but a wide, practically infinite consciousness which is oneself. Or, if not at once infinite, yet what is now called a boundless finite.